to go on that hit.
7-3, Vermillion with a 4-point lead. Barnett gets it over. Dug up by Lundstrom. Plucker blocked. Wow. Plucker's had so much success on those all night long. This time, though, it's the standout in basketball, Brooke Jensen, who comes up huge with the block. Again, Barnett still serving for the Vermillion Tanagers. Try to go across court, able to work that one out this time for Jenna. 8-4. See if now the Seahawks, Macy Plucker, can't put together a run of their own.
She took them on a run last set.
Doty, Barnett, Jensen.
And it ends there.
Vermillion has just been outstanding so far here in this third set of making sure the Seahawks can't find momentum. In fact, the Seahawks have not been able to string back-to-back sets at the moment.
Not a good time to get flat.
9-4, this one into the net, point for Vermillion. 10-4. As gap continues to remain up. We wait, cleaning up some sweat at the Seahawk logo. Finally get that cleaned up. And this one, point for the Canton Seahawks. As now up to serve will be Jenna. A little far. It looked like that one hit back row, or at least back line, but didn't work out that time. 10-6. Jenna continues to remain up to serve. Claire Doty just quickly knocks it over. Gap to Barnett, sent over by Jensen. Come back the opposite way. O'Neal, Barnett, Askew able to get it over. Canton Seahawks try to get the kill this time with Carly. Doesn't work as the rally continues. This one, Jenna hits it the wrong direction. Hits off the back wall. That's out of play. Point Vermillion. So Vermillion maintains right now a 5-point lead, 11-6 here in set number 3. Seahawks able to just get it over. Claire Doty gets it over the blocks. Lundstrom dug it up for the Seahawks, but they give the free ball over. Voss tries to go back row this time, a little too far. Point Canton. Out of row, but have not been able to do so. And now Voss, this one takes deflection off the row. O'Neal, Barnett, Askew, right there in the heart of the defense. Once again, point for Vermillion.
Peterson was trying to get the pancake and was unable to dig it up. Have you heard that term yet this year, Heath?
I have.
The pancake. I thought that was only in football when I heard that. Because I had many pancake balls.
Canton stringing together a little bit of offense here in this third set. Still trailing, though, by 4. In fact, they have not had the lead yet here in this third set, the Canton Seahawks. Doty tries to set to Voss, and they call a double hit on Doty on the pass there. That one a bang-bang play.
Yeah, just some of them, the calls have been kind of puzzling.
Playoffs, they call it a little bit tighter.
Yes, they do.
Plucker gets the big kill, took a deflection there off the block. And the Seahawks draw it within 2. And Coach Stacy wants a timeout. It's 12-10 here in set number 3. Well, while we have a quick moment, other score updates. that we're seeing from around the region. As we mentioned earlier, Dakota Valley 24-7, so they're going to win it against Parker in 3 sets. No surprise there. Lennox and T-Area. T-Area took set number 2, 25-23. So those teams tied at 1 apiece. And Elk Point, Jefferson, and Beersford battling once again as well. 21-20 right now. Elk Point, Jefferson with a 1-point lead over Beersford in set number 2. Again, EPJ won set number 1, 27-25.
Wow. Close matches.
This one, already in set number 3, is moving along extremely quickly. But Vermillion holding on yet to a 2-point lead. This one down the line, and a point for Vermillion. Still again holding on to a slight lead, but Pat, certainly don't feel comfortable yet if you're the Vermillion Tanagers and even winning this set.
Yeah, Vermillion's got to win 3 in a row to take the match.
And there's a reason why Canton ranked inside the top 5 all year long. This one goes a little far. Point for Vermillion. I was waiting for them to call a deflection.
Yep.
And I didn't think that one took a deflection. By the way, the student section has now almost taken down both 2021 state wrestling titles.
Yeah, they're
Just quickly sent over, and this one just grabs the line. Nice job there by the Canton Seahawks.
Yeah, now the student section stands up. They were sitting down, so they were kind of quiet.
And kind of everyone looking around. Falls on the side of Vermillion, so a point for the Seahawks.
Yep, Lundstrom serving, doing well. It's like the Madden curse.
By the way, it's officially final. Dakota Valley beats Parker 3-0. So Dakota Valley on to the semifinals, you could say, or even the finals of the in Dakota Valley coming up on Thursday evening. O'Neill, Doty, gap. This one blocked. Falls down on the Canton side. Point Vermillion, 17-13.
Ass coming in, Teeman sitting down, and seems like Canton just can't get it moving.
Yeah. It seems like it's basically the flip of what we saw the first 2 sets. Every time.
I'm not taking anything from Vermillion, but they're doing what they need to do, and that's why they're ahead, obviously.
18-13 here in set number 3. Pittman gets it up. Barnett, cross to Doty. Quickly sent over, nice job. That time by the Canton Seahawks, another big point. Let's see if that isn't the point there. Can it grab momentum?
Yeah, that was an
18-14. Right there at the net. It was Barnett who got a piece of it, but didn't knock it over, actually. So there we go. Canton Seahawks, back-to-back points, draws it within 3. 18-15. O'Neill. Jensen, this one a little far. 3 points strung together. 18-16 here in set number 3. Canton Seahawks trying to finish it off. O'Neill, Doty, she's blocked there, but is able to dig it up. Barnett, Baylor just gets it over, able to do so nicely. Canton, big kill there by Carly, the senior, and the Seahawks within 1. 18-17 here in set number 3. By the way, Elk Point Jefferson took set number 2, 25-23. And by the way, it was 27-25. So Elk Point Jefferson has beaten Beersford, now 2-0 by 2 points both times. 18-17. 1 point lead for the Vermillion Tanagers here in set number 3. Again, the Seahawks already lead it 2-0, winning set number 1, 25-20. Set number 2, 25-23. Can Canton make this big comeback? And by the way, it is Macy Plucker who is up to serve right now for the Canton Seahawks. Gets it over, O'Neal, Doty, Jensen. Back the opposite way, come the Canton Seahawks. Popped up in the air by Baylor. Barnett has to go far away, miscommunication. Vermillion just able to get it over on the free ball. Back the other way, Jenna's blocked, stays alive though for the Seahawks. Oh! Meister just sent it straight into the net.
Good job, Heath, with that last name.
Only have to tell me once. I'll get it right the next time.
It's my mom always told me. Only telling you once.
That's right. 19-17. As now Gap up to serve. The most alive we've probably seen this Seahawks cheering defensively. They've had a lot to cheer offensively so far tonight.
Went off Peterson out of bounds. Back over to Vermillion for another point.
Tanagers within 5. Trying to force a fourth set. 20-17. O'Neal gets it down the line, trying to set it up. This one, big kill for Jenna and the Canton Seahawks.
That was a big kill. Let's see if that swings it. Down by 2. Vanderweer gonna serve for the Seahawks.
20-18. Jenna's had a great night serving too, and Jensen somehow just got that over after it was saved big time. And then miscommunication, Canton within 1. As Jenna back up to serve once again, as she has been huge all night long for the Canton Seahawks. Trying to tie it up, trailing by 1. Barnett to Doty. Askew just gets it over. Dug back over to the side of Vermillion, right there at the net. Askew over once again. Miscommunication by the Canton Seahawks. Autumn Ask went after it, but didn't dive down. Point, Vermillion, 21-19. As Plucker is back into the game as well. Here comes Kelsey O'Neal up to serve. Lundstrom just knocked over by the Canton Seahawks. Askew goes over the block, but sends it way too far, out of bounds. Point, Canton.
Meister gonna serve. 2021 Tanagers. See what happens here for the Seahawks.
Going to 25, win by 2. O'Neal hits this the wrong way. Tanagers get out of the way on the bench. They're able to eventually get it over as well. Now send it down the line. Vermillion able to save once again. Over to Askew. Vermillion tries to return the favor, but the Canton Seahawks defense ready. The block. Vermillion can't dig it up. We're tied. 21-21.
Crowd getting into it a little bit here.
Vermillion at one point a 6-point lead here in this third set. But now 4 points away from a victory, both teams. O'Neal. It does go on the side of Canton. They thought it might have been inbounds. They come back again. O'Neal. Barnett. Doty just knocks it over. Point, Vermillion. (22-21). But now Doty up to serve. This one a little too far. Point. Canton. 22-22. The Seahawks. With Carly up to serve. Just gets it over the net. Vermillion dug it up on the side of Canton. Plucker. This one takes a deflection off the head of Kelsey O'Neal. Canton Seahawks with their first lead here of the third set, 23-22. O'Neal. Voss comes back with a huge spike that time. 23-23. With now Baylor up to serve. Win by 2, going to 25. Baylor sends it back to Lundstrom. Here come the Seahawks, block, but falls on the side of Vermillion. Set point, game point, Canton Seahawks with Lundstrom up to serve, 24-23. Canton has never had more than a 1-point lead here in this third set. O'Neal to Doty, to Voss. We got extra volleyball. Took a deflection off of Jenna, went down, and we're tied 24-24, so now win by 2.
She made it count, landed it in between the net and Vanderweerd.
Voss, it's a good serve, but dug up nicely. Plucker, just a little out of bounds.
Just long.
That was close.
It was.
Voss trying to win set number 3 for Vermillion. Gets it over. Dug up by the Canton Seahawks. Plucker, the free ball over to Baylor. Doty. Jensen. Point Vermillion. Tanagers take set number 3, 26-24. Certainly has the feel of playoff volleyball here at Canton High School.
That's for sure.
26-24. Set number 3 goes to Vermillion. We'll go to set number 4. That's on the way next here on Live Ticket TV.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work. A stake.
Hi, this is Kristen Cunningham with Chic Boutique by Kristen & Company in Centerville, South Dakota. We're an all-size inclusive boutique offering sizes small through 3X on many items, including denim jeans and jackets, shackets, pants, skirts, graphic tees and sweatshirts, joggers, school swag, hats and caps, many fashion accessories including purses and lots of jewelry. And we also offer gift items for birthdays and weddings. Get your shopping fix at 636 Broadway Street, Centerville, South Dakota. Open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 7 and Saturday, 10 to 4.
Let's be real. You work, you worry, you wait, you wonder. These are the challenges of life on the farm. As a community bank, First Bank & Trust understands this rural reality. We're big enough to help ag producers grow for the future and small enough to get to know you right now. Our ag bankers have ag backgrounds, which means we'll help you work through the tough years and make the most of the great ones. First Bank & Trust. Real banking, real easy. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories is just a way of life. It's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life. Contact your local Agraria Insurance Company agent.
Well, we move to set number 4 with everything to play for the Vermillion Tanagers. They're able to win set number 3, 26-24. Great to have you back along on Live Ticket TV with Vermillion Tanagers live in Canton Seahawks as Seahawks, just got to get it over there. Miscommunication along with the voice of the Canton Seahawks, Pat Ross, Heath Nimke, our producer Cole Large tonight. Well, we've had some exciting volleyball here in set number 4. Vermillion open up with a 1-point lead. This one takes deflection off the net, stays a deflection at the net, which gave Vermillion an extra 3. And Vermillion able to capitalize.
Yeah, Tanagers up by 2 right out of the chute again.
They've been able to do that now past 2 sets here. In fact, they opened up on a 4-0 run to start the third set. And right now, they're on their way to doing that, as it was Claire Doty who did that for the Vermillion Tanagers. And of course, she's up to serve right now. Sets, this one knocked over. Oh, miscommunication there by Gap and O'Neill. They ran into each other. Point for the Canton Seahawks. Well, Canton, sometimes you'll take it as you can get it.
Yep, absolutely. It's volleyball. They might not be a drawn-up play, and it might be ugly, but they'll take a point.
Whatever way you can. Voss just over the blockers. Dug up nicely there by the Canton Seahawks. And now Vermillion. Gap. They wanted 4. It should have been 4. All right, how about this at least? Vermillion knew it was 4. The officials didn't call 4, so Vermillion just stopped playing.
Yes, yep. They should have just kept going because they didn't call it, but
good sportsmanship at least.
Absolutely.
Vermillion realizing that it should have been a point for the Canton Seahawks and just stopped playing.
Yep.
Well, service error. Back and forth anyways.
Yep.
The officials have been kind of on top of it all night long, too.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising.
4-2. It's Pittman up to serve once again. By the way, T-Area took the third set. They now lead 2-1 over Lennox, in Lennox. It's the matchup with a 4-5 seed. That was going out. O'Neill saved it. Voss now just has to get it over, and she's able to do so. So we don't call 4 hits, but we call that a carry.
Yeah. I don't.
That one, I didn't see it. Now, again, I mentioned this earlier in the broadcast. Sometimes the way Voss hits, it does look like a carry. I can see how you'd call it.
Yep.
But that one didn't look anywhere close to a carry.
Well, even with the Canton girls, some of the times that they throw it in the area that they want it to, you'd think it was a carry, but yet it's not. So
Nope.
I don't, That's why I'm not a volleyball guy, Heath. So anyway.
Voss gets another kill. That's her 9th of the evening. 5-3, Vermillion with a 2-point lead.
Granted, I don't mind volleyball. I better say that.
Doty, Barnett, and Gap will just get the free ball over to the Canton Seahawks as they'll come. Plucker took the deflection off the fingertips. Miscommunication once again, but Vermillion able to get it over somehow. And this time, heads-up awareness.
Meister throws it down.
Just quickly able to catch Vermillion off guard. By the way, wow, T won that third set 25-9.
Wow.
This one takes deflection off the net. This one put right back down by Jenna. Her 9th kill of the night. And we're tied 5 apiece.
Canton wasn't wanting to let Vermillion get on any more of a run than they had the last 2 sets. So.
See if Seahawks can't get a little bit of a run themselves going now. Barnett sends this one far. 3-0 run by the Seahawks. They now have a 1-point lead, 6-5.
What's the deal now?
Oh no, they're calling deflection at the net instead. Tip ball deflection at the net.
What?
So a point for the Vermillion Tanagers, 6-5.
Crazy.
Barnett serving for Vermillion. Jenna tries to go to the net, not able to do so. I don't know if that even took a deflection over, if that just kind of hung on the net there.
Yeah, it rolled over.
7-5 now, a 2-point lead. Barnett, service error, point for the Seahawks as they take back trail by 1, 7-6. Again, Vermillion was able to win the third set after Canton was able to win sets 1 and 2, but by small margins. Certainly a lot different than what we saw 2 weeks ago when these two teams met up. Vermillion able to keep it alive. Gap gets it over, blocked right back down, but Vermillion able to keep it alive somehow with Jensen. This time, Carly tried to go opposite side. She's been successful with that tonight, but that time Vermillion was ready for it. Go back with it once again. This time, she's able to get the kill. Carly, a big point for the Canton Seahawks. We're tied 7-7. 7-7 here in set number 4. O'Neal set it across, knocked over by Doty. Ask was there to keep that one alive for the Canton Seahawks. Vermillion able to eventually get the point, but a great hustle effort there from Autumn Ask. Eight to 7. Gap sends it back row. Carly gets it over for the Canton Seahawks. Back come Vermillion, right there, battle at the net. Carly once again, this time blocked by Claire Doty, the only blocker there. She'll have it again, just goes over the top of the blockers, and they do say net interference. Where I believe Claire Doty landed actually on the opposite side of the net underneath. Point there for the Seahawks. Again, foot has to come back down on your side, cannot be across the line. And if one of the big reasons we see that kind of real pat is an example was last Tuesday, Elk Point Jefferson had a girl that went over the line, and not only did they go over the line, they stepped on Askew, and she ended up rolling her ankle. Now, she was able to come back pretty quickly in the game, but resulted in a rolled ankle and a kind of a dangerous little bit of a play there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another service error by the Vermillion Tanagers, and we're tied 9-9 here in set number 4.
Back and forth.
By the way, Elk Point leads it in set number 3, 17-15. Again, EPJ right now leads it 2-0 over Beersford. Voss just barely gets it over, but it hung so long there on the net that Canton was able to recover. Askew tries to get the kill, unable to do so. Free ball over to O'Neal. Barnett takes a slight deflection at the block once again for the Canton Seahawks. Plucker can't find her spot. The rally continues. Askew gets it over for the Vermillion Tanagers. Plucker once again tries to go far with it. That take a deflection? Oh man, I thought that hit someone there at the net. They say it didn't. Goes far for Plucker. Point for Vermillion, 10-9. It's now Claire Doty up to serve. Vermillion holding on to a 1-point lead here in set number 4. Doty, O'Neal, fought her way through the lights there even. So I thought that was gonna hit the light.
Yeah, I did too. It went straight up.
In the end, Canton gets the point, 10-10. Again, set number 4 here at Canton High School. As we await, finally back underway. O'Neal, Doty tries to set it back behind. Voss had to recover, just got it over. Saved by Canton Seahawks. Free ball over. Doty to Voss. Takes deflection there. Seahawks keep it alive. Now Plucker trying to go across court. Gap, Askew, O'Neal just gets it over. Doty, Barnett, Voss. Blocked there by Plucker along with Jenna. Back to Plucker once again. Over the block, she decides to go. Barnett, she's blocked at the net. Back and forth it goes. And this one finally into the net. 4 hits or at least interference. You have to call one or the other there. Nonetheless, Vermillion got the point, but yeah, I thought the same thing. There's 4 hits there.
Yep.
But again, Vermillion gets the point.
Yep.
No harm, no foul.
Nope.
We move on. Emma up to serve for the Vermillion Tanagers. 11-10, Vermillion back with a 1-point lead. Gap. Deflection off the block, goes to back row for the Seahawks. Plucker, she's blocked by Voss. Plucker again. Pittman. Doty just gets it over. Popped up in the air. Blocked once again. Wow, Vermillion's block is coming up huge in this 4th set. This one, O'Neal finally came down. This gym is really set up for Canton, my goodness.
Over the vent duct and comes down.
Now, you'll notice those vent ducts do not exist on the Canton side. Let's just make that clear.
Yeah, I agree. If there was anything they should do is make the ceilings bigger. Now, the other gym, the ceilings are bigger.
A little home cooking here for the Canton Seahawks.
Well, you got to have it once in a while.
Into the back corner for Plucker. Back-to-back points for the Canton Seahawks, 12-11.
My brother's gotten hit twice now in the corner by those two spikes that came over there that way. I bet he wishes he had a shield.
Of course, especially when Plucker's hitting it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gap gets the point for the Tanagers, 12-12. So we continue to battle tough here in this fourth set. Usually you do see gyms very similar.
Yeah.
And again, we already mentioned this is a very small gym.
Yep.
So, I mean, in the end, that's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So in the state tournament, they play in a huge facility. When the ball goes high up in the air, you don't have to worry about it hitting anything.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any problems in the Premier Center with it hitting the roof.
Let's put it that way. You're hitting the roof. It's getting pretty darn high up there.
Yeah. Laubach saves it. Plucker can't get it back over.
And Vermillion back with a 1-point lead, 13-12 here in set number 4. By the way, it looks like Elk Point Jefferson can close out Beersford and win 3-0. That one's still ongoing, though, in the third set right now. EPJ with the 3-point lead. Seahawks with Plucker. Just kind of roll off the block there. Gap, she tries to go the block, can't do so. And they say carry.
Yep.
14-12. Vermillion back up with a 2-point lead. My goodness, how crazy would this be? I mean, still basically a halfway point, but Vermillion could force a fifth set. Canton does not want to face that. Again, Canton, this is their fourth set they played in over 3 weeks' time. It is crazy to think about. Gap to Voss, tries to get over, able to do so. Out the net, and it stays alive. Plucker from her knees gets it over. Barnett, Jensen blocked there. Big point for the Canton Seahawks.
I guess you do it any way you can to get a point, Heath.
You have to go back to almost a month ago on October 8th when the Seahawks played against Wagner. When they played 4 sets or more. That was in a loss, by the way. Big block by Vanderweerd. 14-14, and we're tied once again here in this fourth set. So it is Plucker up to serve right now. O'Neal, Doty, Gap, takes the deflection, Went to the back row. Can't not able to dig it up. 15-14 once again. Vermillion just holding on barely. Can't able to tie it up a couple different times. They never really take a lead in this fourth set.
Well, they haven't yet. Out of bounds, Vanderweerd.
It definitely has that same feel, though, of the way the third set went, where Vermillion,
with Canton, it's in within 1
point lead. Hitman, Doty, Jensen just has to get it over. Talk about volleyball. It's such a game of momentum, and neither team has really been able to grab it.
Yeah, Canton ties it up again.
16-16. By the way, Elk Point Jefferson, just a point. It looked like it did hit off that light. It's going back and forth. And just as the Seahawks take their first lead, Coach Stacy wants a timeout. No final indication yet from Elk Point Jefferson and Beersford. The other one ongoing, T Area and Lennox. Lennox right now trails by 5 in the fourth set to T Area. Otherwise, DV dominated Parker 3-0. So Dakota Valley on to the finals of Region 4A coming up on Thursday to take on the winner of Lennox or T area. They do not reseed these games. Are you looking for this? By the way, that's not going to help you at all.
No, I thought my phone was up here. But I guess I never brought it in.
If you take a quick gander at this, you're not going to get too far with that, by the way.
No, not at all.
Or even if you flip the other side, those lineups are nowhere close to being correct. I don't know if you noticed that at all. They're let's put it that way, I've never known any of the Beersford Watchdogs to play on Vermillion's team. Like I said, we were taking a look at that. We're coming in like, oh, that doesn't make a lot of sense. In fact, if I'm correct, Vermillion's starting lineup doesn't even make 17-17. Luckily, I have that all pulled up on the trusty old laptop. I've never had bigger than a 1-point lead. Seahawks can't get the point, comes back down. Vermillion.
And we're tied again.
18-18. Man, that one looked close.
It was close.
But just a little far for the Canton Seahawks in that back corner. Point for Vermillion. O'Neal serving for Vermillion. Just over the block. Gap, though, to dig it up. Askew sends it back row. Lundstrom. Sent across by the Canton Seahawks. Voss over the block once again. Falling back. Seahawks able to save it, keep it alive. Askew back to Voss. The block stands tall that time for the Canton Seahawks. The rally continues, hits off the ceiling. And now Gap just has to get over, able to do so nicely. 19-18, rally continues. Barnett, Doty, this one. Lundstrom right at the net. Rally continues to move on. They send it to the back row, Vermillion. Now Canton just a quick little send over. And they catch Vermillion off guard in the end and get the point. 19-19. As Plucker checks back into the game. Carly up to serve. Going to 25, must win by 2. Barnett to Voss, and it's set the wrong way. Once again, just where it looks like Canton might be able to grab something. Vermillion responds with the point they need. And now with their best server up, Claire Doty trying to separate and make a little bit of space. Doty sends it back row to Lundstrom. To Plucker. Plucker can't get the big kill this time. Askew tries to go to the back corner. Canton ready for it though. Set back to Plucker. Plucker with another huge kill. Her 15th of the evening. 20-20. And set number 4. Lundstrom up to serve. Goes right to O'Neal. To Doty. To Voss. A deflection off the block. Seahawks keep it alive. Plucker. Back to Gap once again. Baylor's going to check in. Gap will check out. I thought we might see a timeout from Coach Stacy. We do not. 21-20. Lundstrom up to serve. The Canton Seahawks with their lead back. O'Neal. Doty to Voss. Gonna take a deflection. Officials say no. The officials both looked at each other to clarification to make sure it didn't take that block. Or take that deflection, I should say. 22-20. Free ball over. Canton Seahawks trying to capitalize big time. O'Neal saves it, but Plucker, right into the net. Askew just sends it over. Canton, though, with Plucker. Baylor, back to Plucker on the opposite side. They get it back to Plucker. She's blocked this time. She got away from it, hoping it would go out of bounds. It did not. Point for Vermillion.
Yeah, it was a nice play for her to see if it was going to have a little more momentum than what it did, but it just died and landed inside the paint.
22-21. Popped up in the air. Jenna served up on a silver platter for Jenna Vanderweerd. capitalizes it. 2 points. And now a timeout called by the Vermillion Tanagers. 23-21. And again, right now in the region, Elk Point beat Beersford 27-25, 25-23, 25-19. So winner of this will take on Elk Point Jefferson. If Canton can hold on to win here in this 4th set, or even in the 5th, they will play here in Canton. And of course, we'll have all the coverage right here on Live Ticket TV. Canton trying to finish it off. O'Neal, Doty to Gap. Ken comes along, Plucker takes its way through the block of Barnett and Voss, and Canton 1 point away. Once again, set point, game point, 24-21. The Seahawk faithful have rose to their feet. Voss just able to get it over. Free ball for the Canton Seahawks. Set it up for Jenna Vanderweerd, but it's blocked. And Vermillion keeps their season alive. The season stays alive for the Vermillion Tanagers. 24-22 with Voss up to serve. It's still, though, game point. Meister sets to Plucker. Barnett, Gap gets it over. Popped up in the air. Jenna, cross court, point, Canton, game, Canton, 3-1. The Seahawks are on to the finals of Region 4A as they defeat Vermillion 3-1. Your final set score, 25-22. Well, Pat, how about that?
That was probably the most exciting volleyball that I've watched or called all year. And it should be because it's tournament time.
It's tournament time, and in the end, the Canton Seahawks come up big by a final score of 3-1 over the Vermillion Tanagers. And my goodness, Canton had to work for every single set tonight.
Yep, you know, it was good for Canton to have to work tonight with being off, like you had said, for 3 weeks. Almost maybe too long, and I bet they try to do something different for next year to get some game time, if not scrimmages in there, so they're not such a layoff in between those other matches.
Well, now coming up on Thursday, set for 7 o'clock right back here in Canton. And these two teams met up just a few weeks ago in a tournament, the DAC-12 tournament, that is, with that being a 2-0 victory for the Canton Seahawks. Otherwise, you have to go back to September 8th, where it was a 3-2 victory, went to 5 sets, where it was kind of back and forth, but Canton actually in that 5th set, by the way, won it 15-5. So they really finished it off in the end.
Yep.
Pat, what should we expect in that matchup coming up between Canton and Elk Point Jefferson?
Well, you know, I'm pretty sure that they're going to see what Vermillion did and was able to hang with Canton and look at this game film and see what they can put together and take a shot. You know, the top 3 seeds are all going to have bullseyes on their back, and what better, you know, to get an upset.
Should be really exciting. Look forward to it. Again, we'll have all the coverage right here coming up on Live Ticket TV with the Canton Seahawks on Thursday evening. Pat, you take care.
Yep.
We'll see you in 48 hours, all right, my friend?
Sounds good, Heath.
There he is, Pat Ross. Before we sign off here, along with Kelsey O'Neal, they have meant so much to this program and what the effort they gave this year on with an overall record of 11-17, and that will wrap up our coverage of the fall sports season here on Vermillion Tanagers Live. And again, it's going to be about a month's time before we are back once again. We'll have wrestling, plenty of wrestling home and away. We'll also have coverage of all boys and girls basketball home and away, and plenty more coming up throughout the fall season. We'll keep you up to date as well on all the Facebook pages. Otherwise, as we mentioned, for the Canton Seahawks, we'll see you back here on Thursday for Vermillion Tanagers. We'll catch you this winter season right here on Live Ticket TV.